when we want! Yeah. Lord's here on a spying mission.
Aberdeen is a snake. I have to get rid of that other one.
But what are you going to do about it?
Look at this little scumbag.
They're going to run ragged on you. What happens when you train with me? Hello boys and girls, welcome to my preview of Manchester United against Arsenal, one of the biggest fixtures within the calendar. Now, before I go and get into this week's preview, I've got a little something for you guys. Do you want to make it as a pro player? Maybe you see yourself as a future Arsenal star. Well, Tonza is the biggest youth football app across Europe. Almost 1 million players are using it in 8 different countries, and they've helped thousands of players get some incredible opportunities. The app has just arrived in England this season, and they want to do exactly what they have been doing elsewhere, and that's allow players to showcase their talent, to stand out and get scouted. But you know what? Don't just take my word for it. Let's have a look at this quick video where we explain things in a little more detail.
How does the app actually work?
So after downloading the app, you create your player profile and join a real life 11-a-side team, just like Andrew.
So what it is, you track your stats week after week. You vote for man of the match on your team, and after every game, you get a personal match rating.
Hey bro, vote for me man of the match.
Of course I will, bro, no problem.
If your rating is good enough, you'll get a chance to be featured on the Team of the Week in your league.
The good thing about Tonsa is you're able to compare your stats with other players and other teams in the league, showing everyone who the real ballers are. The question is, who is the best?
Now, how easy was that? On the app, youth players get the chance to prove themselves with stats and get access to unbelievable footballing opportunities. Last month alone, 6 players scouted through the app were given a trial at Huddersfield Town. Now, they went on a 3-day trial, and there is the possibility that they could be signed to a pro contract. All you have to do is download the app. Get everybody involved, your friends, your family, your brother, your sister. It does not matter. If you are in youth football, get involved. It's a huge opportunity. It's free, and like I said, it's an amazing opportunity for every single one of you. I cannot say any more than that. So with that said, let's go and get into the preview of Manchester United v Arsenal. Like I said, one of the biggest fixtures within the calendar. I know a few years ago, this fixture was all about 2 sides that were challenging for the title. Normally, whoever came out on top in these games went on to win the league. We've never had a great record at Old Trafford. Even when you think of some of our unbelievable players that we've had at the club, we've suffered defeats with the likes of Henry, Vieira, etc, etc. But we need to change that around for this one. Manchester United right now are not in a good place. To put it bluntly, they are shit. But we can't take that for granted. We can't just go into the game, turn up and think, you know what, we've got the better players. Overall, we're just going to win. Because that ain't going to happen. Not with Arsenal. You remember a few years ago, we went to Old Trafford and they had a massive injury crisis. And they played a load of their youngsters, Marcus Rashford, and they beat us. There's just something about Old Trafford. We just can't get wins there. Our last win at Old Trafford was when Danny Welbeck went back there for the FA Cup game. But we haven't won in the league there, my God, in over a decade. So long. I'm fed up of going to Old Trafford and walking out of there feeling like, oh, same old, same old. Even last season, we went 2-1 up, 10 minutes to go, and while we're still celebrating, we've let Jesse Lingard score at the other end. It's like, what is going on? We just have to go there and be professional. The only people that can beat Arsenal are ourselves. It's as simple as that. Unai Emery has a big job on his hands. He has to get team selection right. He has to pick the right formation. I feel if he gets it right, We can cut Manchester United to pieces. We can exploit those vulnerable areas. They have a lot of injuries. We don't even know if they're going to have a striker. We don't even know if Paul Pogba's going to be available. Like I said, so many injuries. They're actually looking a little bit more stronger in defence than attack, whereas in recent years, they're quite strong in attack, but poor in defence. It's unreal. We've just got to approach it with the right mindset. Like I said, Unai Emery, please, please, please set them up right. Get the formation right. Get the personnel right. Go and attack them. They are a team that are very frail right now. So why not approach it with an attacking mindset? Look at the players we've got at our disposal. Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang on fire this season. Nicolas Pepe can cause anyone problems. Look at our midfield options, the kind of players that we can bring in there. The players that can cause so many problems. The young lad Saka, Reece Nelson. There's so many that we can choose from. It's going to be interesting. And like I said, I just hope that Unai Emery gets it right. Because if he does, I think we win this game quite comfortably. If he gets it wrong, then we could probably be walking out of Old Trafford with our tail between our legs again and really, really pissed off. So, with that said, let's go and get into the predicted lineup. Starting off in goal, Leno. Straightforward decision. Like I always say, he is the Premier League goalkeeper. Martinez is the cup goalkeeper. And Leno, he will be tested despite Manchester United's frailties, despite the fact that they haven't got a striker. He will still have his work cut out because at Old Trafford, it's a different ball game. But yeah, I've got no problems with this one. Leno in goal. Going to move to the defence, first of all, on the right-hand side. And I see Hector Bellerin complete 90 minutes for the under-23s this weekend. And that's good for the future and as we move forward. But for this game, it's too soon for him. So on that right-hand side, I'm going to go with Callum Chambers. Ainsley Maitland-Niles is back from suspension, but I would not play him there. Callum Chambers would go there. Defensively, he is better than Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Even getting forward, his crossing is so good. 3 assists in his last game. Kept 3 clean sheets this season that Callum Chambers has played in. He deserves a chance within the team. So I'm going to have Callum Chambers on the right. I'm going to move into the centre of defence. And first of all, I'm going to bring in Rob Holden. Look, he's had more than just the 90 minutes he played against Nottingham Forest. He's played lots of 90 minutes for the under-23s. He's back in contention and full training for quite a while now. And I've got no problem with throwing him in. He's one of our most comfortable and best defenders. He can receive the ball. He can break the lines. He can pass. Everything's right. So no problem at all. And I'll have Rob Holden. Next to him, I'm going to go with David Luiz. And I was thinking about Sokratis because obviously he's played alongside Rob Holden, so he knows. But I feel that David Luiz could be key. His passing range could be key in this game. Rob Holden could be the one that brings the ball out with his feet. David Luiz is the one that can relieve the pressure and try and break those presses by hitting the balls diagonal into the channels and whatnot. So it'd be interesting. Some might say it's a gamble. But I think it's a gamble worth taking. So that's who I'm going to have in there. On the left of that 4, I'm going to have Kieran Tierney. No question for me whatsoever. He has to start this game. It is as simple as that. I can't say no more. He played, 75 minutes against Nottingham Forest? Some might say he still needs bedding in, etc, etc. I think what was key is that he was not involved in the under-23s. So that kind of says that he is in the mix to start against Manchester United. Same scenario with Rob Holden, not in the under-23s anymore. So yeah, you've got to say that both are in contention. And Kieran Tierney, he starts this game for me. Going to move into the midfield. First of all, I'm going to go with Lucas Torreira. And this is the key area for me. Stop with this playing Lucas Torreira further forward and everything else, a box to box, a number 8. No. He is a defensive midfielder. Keep him there. He stayed at the base of the midfield against Nottingham Forest and he was so good. When you watch him for Uruguay, he's so good. The reason why we bought him from Sampdoria, he's so good. Stop moving him. Play him there. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Guendouzi. And second half performance against Aston Villa was exceptional. You look at the performance against Spurs, we're going to need that kind of performance again from him. He's going to have to be the heartbeat of that midfield. He's going to have to work really, really hard in there. And he's going to have to dominate, and he's going to have to take control, and he's going to have to use a lot of those bursting, driving runs into dangerous areas. But he also has to protect Torreira as well. Don't leave him exposed. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go with. Now we move into the attacking three. First of all, on the right hand side, Nicolas Pepe. And I've got absolutely no problem with this one whatsoever. The people that sit there and slag this guy off are people that don't watch football. I've seen him already countless times this season, and I've got no issues whatsoever. He causes problems endlessly. He's got his first goal now. He's got a couple of assists in 6 games. And I'm looking at this game for him to really take on Manchester United, because on that left-hand side, you're probably going to have Ashley Young. I want Nicolas Pepe to terrorise him. It's as simple as that. On the left of that three, this of course is where we've got a bit of a selection headache. With Lacazette out of the side at the moment through injury. Aubameyang's playing more central. So you're looking at the likes of either Reiss Nelson or the young lad Saka. And talk this week is that Saka has actually been given the number 7 shirt by Arsenal. If that's true, that's a big statement to give him that. I thought Reiss Nelson in the second half against Nottingham Forest was superb. But I'm just going to go with Saka for this one. It's going to be a big test for him against the likes of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. But he's got the tools to cause him problems. And the idea would be to send them back the other way. The best form of defence is attack. And I'd like to see Saka up against Wan-Bissaka. So yeah, very interesting matchup, and that's what I'm going to go with. In the middle of that three, I am going to go with Joe Willock. I think he impresses me every time I watch him play. There could be Dani Ceballos, I wasn't too sure. Mesut Ozil, I just don't think he's in Unai Emery's thoughts. And I'm going to go with Joe Willock because I think he gives us the drive, the energy, the pace. He gives us everything in that kind of area. And he can cause Manchester United so many problems. What I've watched about him is that when he drives from that area, a lot of the defenders come out from their natural positions because they're so scared of letting him get in and around the box. Because he's very tricky and he does kind of draw a lot of fouls. I've got no problem with this, and I'm going to go with Joe Willock. Up front as the main striker, Pierre, Emerick, Aubameyang. Do I need to say any more about this guy? You give him a chance and he will score. He is on fire this season. He's scoring goals for fun. And if we give him the chances and we create them, he could potentially destroy Manchester United. It is as simple as that. So there we go. That is it. That is the preview. That is the predicted lineup. It's a massive, massive game. As usual, let me know in the comment section whether you agree or disagree. What would your lineup be? If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. Smash a like on this video. In terms of content coming up, of course, there's a match day vlog after the game on Monday night. I'm going to be doing the player ratings early on the Tuesday morning. And then Tuesday afternoon, episode 2 of DTFC Blood Brothers pre-season is out. And I'll tell you something, you do not want to miss this one because there's a few fun and games in there. So listen, it's over to the players now. I can't say no more. I hope they turn up. I hope Unai Emery gets his selection right. We'll wait and see though. So until then, I'll see you lot soon. I'm out of here.